Hello, class of 2026. This is my quick guide to the Common App. I chose a background, you may notice, because whenever I talk to students, I always start my presentations by saying you can shine like the brightest star. So I'd like to start with that. This is going to be a really quick tutorial just to kind of walk you through a few things to help make this as easy as possible. The first thing is if you started your Common App already prior to August 1st, when you come back, you'll get something like this and it'll guide you through just a couple quick prompts. Some, but not all of the information will roll over. I've identified what does and what doesn't on my blog. So check that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the Common App. This is, I guess, the 50th year of the Common App, and they did make some changes, some visual changes. It's not too dramatic, but it's a little different, just in case you've been in it before. So obviously, first year transfer. We're going to focus on first year for the purposes of this video. I have a pretend counselor account, whatever, here so I can play around. So this is all play. What you say is stuff, I enter, I put stuff in, I take stuff out. I just use this as a teaching tool with my private coaching students. So what the information you see is kind of just play. Okay. So when you log in, you're going to see this. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go through every single thing, but I'm going to take you through some basic stuff and give you some of my pointers to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I see. So the first thing is college search. So when you search a college, I'm going to use University of Michigan as an example because this is a great example where you see multiple campuses. So when you search colleges to add to your college list, you definitely want to make sure that it's the campus that you want. Okay, so I've already added, you would click the add button, by the way, but just make sure that you pick whatever campus you intend to apply to. That's one thing. The other thing I'll show you is when you click the college name, it gives you a really beautiful information sheet, if you will, about each college. When you're searching for application deadlines, make absolutely sure you're picking the right time you choose to start. So assuming you're looking to start fall 2026, matriculate in a regular way kind of thing, you see all the deadlines here. Again, there's some schools have early decisions, some don't. Early decision is a binding decision. So if you get in, you must go. Early action means that you will apply early and hear early, but you are not bound to attend. And then regular decision is just that. It's you apply, you hear later. So my advice is always try to apply early action if possible. As you scroll down, you'll see that, there's some stuff here, other deadline information. Sometimes special programs like music or business or anything does require additional things when you apply. And in the performing arts, for example, a portfolio may be required. So you definitely want to do research according to exactly how you intend to apply. Let's look here at the bottom, writing requirements, because this is interesting. So for this college, it says that the Common App personal essay, the main essay, is required. The college has 2 required questions. There are more if you're applying to special programs there for sure. This is what I think is confusing. Writing supplement. This college does not use a writing supplement for any additional writing requirements. To me, that's very misleading. There are definitely 2 supplements. So don't take that too literally. My colleges. So this is a list of colleges. Again, I've been bringing them in, bringing them out as I talk to students, but this is all my colleges. You're allowed to apply to up to 20 colleges in the Common App, no more. So you want to be careful about that. If you have more than 20, which I don't recommend, but if there's a reason you need more than 20, you'll want to see if some of your colleges maybe have their own application portal. But this shows you, kind of application and process, etc. There's all kinds of good stuff here. Another thing I want to mention, this is the list of colleges. So let's look at Michigan for a second. There are some general questions you'll answer, academics, etc. But this college puts the writing supplements under writing, which I think is great, but you will not always see it under writing. Sometimes it will be under academics or other. So you really need to fish around in each tab of each college that you're applying to make sure you don't miss anything. Also, sometimes when you enter your major, another question will pop up. If you want to apply to honors, another question will pop up. So again, it's really like a fishing expedition. You need to look around. But this is University of Michigan. They're asking 2 questions. So you see essay one required, essay two required. I want you to look at the bottom, minimum, maximum, okay? So what this means is you have up to 300 words to enter your response here. You see there's very little formatting allowed in the Common App. Bold, italics, underline, that's kind of it. Unfortunately, I wish there was more. Sometimes I'm asked, can I go over the word count? I don't recommend it. Stick to the word count, okay? Let's see here. Let's now look at, but again, like I said, and see if I can find another one quickly. So, University of Pennsylvania. So, again, short answer responses. They're not calling it writing, they're calling it short answers. So, you really need to fish around. Okay, let's go back to the general common application. There's personal information, just general info, your address, your contact details, etc., demographics. Let's see here. It does ask for how you identify yourself. However, this, I am told, is suppressed to colleges, meaning that even though you may be entering information about race or culture, the colleges do not see that. The Common App tells counselors like myself that this is part of their moonshot goal of trying to guarantee diversity and equity in college admissions. But they do, so that's again why they say they're asking that. What else? There's family. Education is where you'll be entering where you go to college, sorry, where you go to high school. You will need to know a little more about some information about your high school, which you need to collect from your counselor. Here, note that if you attended more than one high school, so if you transferred high school, they are going to ask you a question. Please provide details about why you left. So just again, know that once you select certain things, things may pop up for you. Grades, sometimes but not always required for colleges. It sometimes depends. Honors, this is academic honors. You can enter up to 100 characters here in the title box. And this is high school honors. And again, they will be asking you for school, state, regional, national, etc. You get 5 spots to enter any academic honors that you may have. Let's see, activities, let's look at for a second. You will have up to 10 spots on, and I play with this all the time, but you'll be able to enter up to 10, and this is just play here, but there's a drop-down menu, position, organization, name, and description. This is a section of the Common App that very often I see students not take advantage of in the way they should. Please know that the activity section is very, very important. Okay, so make sure that you enter as much good, solid information as you can. This is what I call wow factors. I want to show you another little secret of the Common App. Do you see this preview button in the upper right of each section? When you hit preview, that is exactly how the colleges will be seeing your application. Make sure you do that and that you print it to PDF and proof it, because after you enter information, very often formatting needs to be tweaked, etc. Another couple new things. This is brand new this year. They piloted it for a few years. It's called responsibilities and circumstances. So you can say none of the above, but if any of these apply to you in terms of taking care of family members or you have other circumstances, you definitely want to enter that. This is just a checkbox, okay? This new responsibilities and circumstances. There's no writing here. Now actually jump ahead, courses and grades. Courses and grades means, do I have to enter my transcript as it appears? And you see, of the colleges I entered so far, and again, this changes all the time for me, some do, some don't. So if any of your colleges require that, you will have to enter courses and grades. Let's look at the writing section of the application. There's the main Common App essay, which is here. There are several prompts. You pick which prompt you have responded to, and then you write your essay. You don't write it. You edit it offline and enter it here, okay? You have up to 650 words to write your main essay. There's also additional information. This is totally optional. The first one is, let's say we say, yes, I'd like to enter some additional information. This first thing here is challenges and circumstances. So if this or anything applies to you, you had challenges or circumstances that affected your ability to succeed in high school, And again, I just wrote you rock. You have up to 250 words to share that story. Okay, that may or may not apply to you. Again, totally optional. Then there is additional information, which again is just that. It's basically, is there anything additional you'd like to share with us? You have up to 300 words. That's different. Last year that was 650. This year it's 300. Okay, so that's basically the Common App. There's a lot more here. There's something called direct admissions, which I encourage you to look at if it applies to you, where you can get direct offers based on certain circumstances. There also, this is a really neat new section, well, new and improved, I should say, the financial aid grants and scholarships. This is great. So they give you different options and resources to try to find scholarships and possibly even be matched with scholarships. Okay, let's see here. What else did I want to show you? This is the dashboard. There's FAQs. That's pretty much big picture what we wanted to look at today. There's a lot more, but that will basically help you get through it. Again, don't forget the preview button. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second, and I want to show you one other thing. I'm frequently asked, which prompt should I answer? And the answer is whichever one suits you. This is a look at last year, how many people answered which prompt. I don't think it really matters which prompt you answer as long as your response generally fits the response. I don't recommend the free choice, the topic of your choice. That's a longer answer, but anyway, I would avoid that one. I think you can find something in the others that will suit you. What else did I want to show you? Oh, there's one more thing. Let's look at the Common App one more time. You will be, before you apply, you will be answering some um, saying this is my own work, I didn't use AI, etc. That may vary by school, and each college may also have its own questions. They may or may not have a discipline question. If you've ever had disciplinary action in high school, some but not all colleges will ask that. I just wanted to mention that as well. Again, don't forget the preview button, and please edit offline and then enter and then preview and then proof. I cannot emphasize that enough. I had an admissions officer once tell me a few years ago that a student uploaded breakup texts from a boyfriend, and you don't want that to be you. Last thing I want to show you, and I don't have time to do this whole thing, but this was a counselor update about what's new with the Common App. Just want to go through and sort of see if there was anything else. This was like, right before this season, but let's just see. These were the enhancements. Again, they changed the navigation. It's not that dramatically different. I do think the college information page is great, but again, like you saw, it may say no supplements and there are supplements. So you really want to kind of trust but verify. This is the rollover, which by now you probably know, but if you entered information before the Common App launched August 1st, the stuff here in the center rolls over, the stuff to the right does not. That's pretty much it. I'm going to sort of stop here. Anyway, that's it. So I hope you enjoy that tour of the Common App. I love doing this each year. I am a private college coach. I'm an independent education consultant. And if I can help you with your college process and or editing or brainstorming, let me know. At the end of this presentation, you will see a link to, maybe I can show you this as well quickly. Yeah, let me close on this because I love sharing information. This is my website, powerhoureditingandconsulting.com. It's actually powerhourediting.com, a shortened version. I have a great blog here. I've got lots of articles on what's new with the Common App, how to answer essays, etc. I do have classes, which will start up again in the winter. Those are on hold now while I do private coaching. But I do offer a free essay planner, which will pop up in the lower right the first time you visit my website, or here where it says free essay planner. Happy to share that with you. If you enter your email address, you'll also be added to my newsletter to get fun facts and tips about the college process. So good luck to each and every one of you. I hope you rock it like a star. See the background. And I hope this helped you to navigate the Common App. Take care.